Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. Welcome back to Strength, Strategy, and Mindset. Today is a special day. This is day number 50. That's right, the halfway mark. You have shown up 50 times, 50 days, 50 occasions where you push through. 50 times you've said yes. 50 times you've said, I'm going to do what I need to do to be healthy. And here we are on day 50. Now, for day 50, I want you to know that I am so proud of you, that there were a lot of times when you may not have wanted to get up. You may not have wanted to do the strength training. You may not have wanted to push, but here you are. And that says something about you. That says that you are willing to do what you need to do to be successful. You're willing to take the reins of your health and of your success, and here you are. So we're going to run through. We're going to go ahead and get into our activity. So refinement, we talked about through reps. There is no big change that we're making for this week. What we're doing is we're continuing the same routine that we've been doing, except that we're going to do it twice. That's right. We're going to do our warm-up and we're going to go through the circuit. We're going to do that circuit twice. That gives us additional time and attention. If you need to make some adjustments in that, if you want to cut down on the reps, on the sets, change the weights a little bit, that's perfectly fine. But we are advancing, we're moving, we are getting better at what we're doing. But we're not making any big changes to the circuit itself, to the exercise that we're doing. We're just adding additional time and attention. Now, the great thing about that is that helps you to understand that the same things that you've been doing, the same routines that you've been doing, all you've got to do is you've got to tweak it, and that will work exactly for you. So let's go ahead and let's jump into our routine, into our warm-up. Remember, for warm-ups, the goal for this is to get our body warmed up, so that the temperature for those muscles is right where it needs to be, so that the muscles can have some elasticity without the possibility of damage. We want to also increase the heart rate and the blood flow, because we need to get oxygen to the muscles, because we're going to be expecting them to do some work here. And we are working also to improve our joints and get some fluidity in them. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump right into our warm-up. Put my gloves on and let's see, we're gonna grab some weights, get into our arm twists, and we're gonna do 10 forward, 10 backwards. We're just gonna do the circuit. We're not gonna do the warm-up twice, just the circuit. So let's go ahead and get that started. 10 forward, 10 backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put one of these down. Actually, let me get my hat off to the side. And I'm going to do our cross-body leg swings. And I'm going to actually try to do both sets right here at my bench. Okay, let's start with, usually start with the right, but I'm going to start with the left today. And let's go ahead and let's get that going. Okay, ready? And 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we did an extra one there. That's 10. Now for this one, actually, I'm going to have to change and use the wall, or I can try to do it without using the wall. Let's do 5 of those without using the wall. Then I'll probably have to modify. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. All right, let's go ahead. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to do our forward reaches, 10 of those with a 5 count in between, right? So here we go as we holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5, and back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 9, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 10. All right. Now, one modification that I'm going to do for our high knee marches, I'm actually going to use both dumbbells today. Okay. So that's one modification that I do want to make. I'm going to do this for 60 seconds, and we'll do a count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Ready? And let's go for it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get those knees up, and keep that beat going. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. 30 seconds more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 15 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. There we go. All right, so let's get this back and get to our bench. And I think I need to make one. No, we'll just let it go. All right, ready? And so let's get to our dumbbell presses. We're going to do 3 sets of 8. And remember, so this is the beginning of our circuit. So we're going to do the circuit twice. So let's get to it. Here we go. Ready? And up. And 1, 2. Up. 1, 2. That's 2. Up. 1, 2. That's 3. Up. 1, 2. That's 4. Up. 1, 2. That's 5. Up. 1, 2. That's 6. Up. 1, 2. That's 7. Up. 1, 2. That's 8. Okay. So same activities, same exercises. We refined them yesterday or last week. Reps, right? Remember refinement or strength through reps. We refined them the week before. Last week we just tweaked a little bit, tweaked our warm-up. This week we're tweaking the actual circuit itself. Let's get to that second set. And up, and 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up, 1, two, that's 3, up. 1, 2, that's 4, up. 1, 2, that's 5, up. 1, 2, that's 6, up. 1, 2, that's 7, up. 1, 2, that's 8. All right. And just a quick break in between. And let's just go right back into it. Ready? Here we go. Up. 1, 2, that's 1, up. 1, 2, that's 2, up. 1, 2, that's 3, up. 1, 2, that's 4, up. 1, 2, that's 5, up. 1, 2, that's 6, up. 1, 2, that's 7, up. 1, 2, that's 8. All right. Let's get these down. And go directly to our seated knee extensions. All right, ready? I'm gonna do 10 of these with a 5 count. Hold between. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. All right. All right, let's go to our curl and press. All right. And you ready? Here we go. 3 sets of 8, feet shoulder width apart. Pull that core in. We're going to go up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. That's 3. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. All right. So just so you are continuing to tweak and make changes as needed, all right, so nothing is ever set in stone. The exercises we've done, you've been doing this now for 50 days. And so these are the core, these are the fundamental things that you can come out and you can build a routine with any of these, any number of these, changing reps, changing sets, changing weights, changing tension, changing times. Okay, let's get to the second set. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, lower. And up, twist, press, and down, twist. That's 3. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. Whew. So really felt those last two right in here. Okay, so we'll see as we get into the second run through the circuit that those muscles will begin recruiting other muscles. Wow, wow, wow. Ready? And let's get to this last set in this circuit. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 1, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8, 2, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3, got ahead of myself there, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5, I think, up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7, and up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. I'm gonna do one more just in case. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, right? 8 or 9. All right, go ahead and get this down and move into our squats. And I'm going to, as I've been doing, I'm going to do dumbbell squats, or sorry, kettlebell. I just take a couple of seconds there. Whew. You feel that? You feel that? Yeah? Feel those muscles? It's a little warm out here, but I got the fan going, so yeah. All right, so ready? And so 3 sets of 8. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. And act like we're sitting, and then bend the knees, okay? Ready? And here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right, just a couple of seconds in between. And we'll go ahead and get into that next set. Whew. And so we're moving, I guess one tweak that we are making is that we're moving through more rapidly, right? Because we want to get to that, we want this to be time and attention. We don't want to waste, I don't want to say waste, but we don't want to spend a lot of time moving through because we've got ground to cover because we're going through this twice. So that is a tweak. I said we weren't making many tweaks, but that is one. Ready? And here we go. And remember, you're going down, coming back up. As you come up, you're pushing on your heel, with your heel. That's 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So all the exercises that we're doing are very practical things. And you heard me say that several times over the last several episodes that we've done. Oh, celebration, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. Man, do you remember what it was like on day 1? Right? You may have said, hey man, I don't know if I can go day 2 or 3 or 4. And here you are, 50 days in, All right, and this just says this is what we do. This is who we are. All right, let's go ahead. Last set. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, go ahead and get that down. And we'll hit in a minute to our hammer curls. Just a couple of seconds in between. All right, here we go. All right, ready? And here we go. And up, and down, 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 up, and down. That's 3, up, and down, up, and down. That's 4, up, and down, up, and down. That's 5, up, and down, up, and down. That's 6, up, and down, up, and down. That's 7, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 8. All right. Should feel those right here in the biceps. And I'm hoping that you are, as you are looking at yourself in the mirror, you're starting to see some changes. If you've been using the Fit Index scale, you should be seeing some of those parameters shifting, like body fat, making sure that you're hydrated, right? So you want to make sure you're looking at that as well. Muscle mass should be changing as well. And as your weight is improving, if you've been following along with the Limitless Living Health Action Plan, as you're following along, you should begin also seeing things like your metabolic age, your subcutaneous fat or visceral fat. All of those numbers should be improving as you are walking through this process, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and we'll talk more about those parameters. And here we go. And up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's 2, up and down, up and down. That's 3, up and down, up and down. That's 4, up and down, and up and down. That's 5, up and down, up and down. That's 6, up and down, up and down. That's 7, up and down, and up and down. That's 8. All right. One more in that, or one more set of those. We're gonna the other modification we're gonna do is when we get to, because right now we're about to do the lateral raises after this, and usually we go directly to the balance, leg balance with the knee drive. We're gonna not do that here. We're gonna do that actually at the end. So that's one of the exercises that we're not gonna do. We're not gonna repeat twice. So the circuit is gonna be everything up to the lateral raises. When we get to the end of the show, we'll do the balance. All right, let's get to that last set. And up and down, up and down. That's 1, up and down, up and down. That's 2, up and down, up and down. That's 3, up and down, up and down. That's 4, up and down, up and down. That's 5, up and down, up and down, that's 6, up and down, up and down, that's 7, up and down, up and down, that's 8. All right. Let's get to our lateral raises. Actually, we'll put these down for just a minute. All right. And we're going to take a little longer break between the lateral raises, and then when we get back to the bench and we're doing those dumbbell presses, because we would just have been finishing lateral raise. We don't have a lower body activity or exercise that we're going to do between those, because usually we go to the leg balance, but we're going directly back to the bench. So we'll see how that one works. Right. Ready? And here we go. And up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down. That's 7. Up and down. That's 8. All right, remember we don't count these ones. We've been doing the others. Usually I'll let you know when we're at maybe 7 or even on the last one. All right, let's go to our second set. And up and down, 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 and up and down. That was 7. And up and down. Ooh, that's 8. I really felt those. Felt that, yeah, right in here, and actually right in here as well. Whew. Are you feeling that? Yeah, you ready? You ready? Ready? Here we go. All right, here we go. I'm gonna have to take another couple seconds. I guess I should have left these on the bench for a minute longer. Here we go. And up and down, 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 and up and down. And one more. Come on, dig in. Here we go. And up and down. Ooh. You have to really push for that last one. All right. Get to our bench. And we'll take a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds longer, because we're going directly from the hammer curls to the lateral raises. Now we're going to do the dumbbell presses, okay? So that's a lot of time under tension for those muscles, those arm muscles, for the biceps, triceps, pecs. Of course, we've got our core activated, so make sure that you're always doing that, pulling that belly button in just a little bit more, or just a little bit, okay? Let's go ahead and grab those dumbbells and get to the set. All right, 3 sets of 10. And this is now the beginning of the second circuit, second time through. Okay, here we go. And up, press, 1, 2, up, press, 1, 2, up, press, 1, 2. That's 3, up, press, 1, 2, that's 4, up, press, 1, 2, that's 5, up, press, 1, 2, that's 6, up, press, 1, 2, that's 7, up, press, 1, 2, that's 8. All right. So making sure that you are at the right angle. Remember, if you adjust your bench, if you wanted to have one of these adjustable benches, as you adjust it, you get different tension. Holding, for instance, we do a 1-2 count, right? When we go up, we press, and then 1, 2, down. You can actually add additional counts, right? So you do a 1, 2, 3. So that's additional tension. Or when we get to the top, when we do the press, we can hold it there for longer. All of those are ways of tweaking to get more time under tension, because that's what gives us growth. Time under tension, control tension, all of that we like. Ready? Second set, here we go. And up, press, 1, 2, up, press, 1, 2, that's 2, up, press, 1, 2, that's 3, up, press, 1, 2, that's 4, up, press, 1, 2, that's 5, up, press, 1, 2, that's 6, up, press, 1, 2, that's 7, up, press, 1, 2, that's 8. Now I do want to remind you that the strength, strategy, and mindset is one of the arms of our MOVE campaign. Remember our MOVE campaign, metabolic optimization via exercise. So we did the 100-day walk to consistency. We are on day 50 now of our strength, strategy, and mindset. And of course, we did that bridge to mastery between the two series. So if you've not done that yet, go back. You can walk through that with us. It is a part of the process. And if you were here with me as we're going through strength, strategy, and mindset, don't forget about walking, right? So walking is a component of the MOVE campaign that we're doing. So don't negate that. That's just as important as what we're doing here. So go ahead and get into that last set. Ready? Here we go. Up, press, 1, 2, up, press, 1, 2, that's 2, up, press, 1, 2, that's 3, up, press, 1, 2, that's 4, up, press, 1, 2, that's 5, up, press, 1, 2, that's 6, up, press, 1, 2, that's 7, up, press, 1, 2, that's 8. All right. Okay. And you should be feeling, as we're going through the second one, you should be feeling additional tension on those muscles. Because remember, we've gone through once, some of those muscles may be fatigued, and so they're recruiting additional muscles to help out. And you should be feeling additional tension, some additional burning. We don't want to feel pain, but the burning, yeah, you will feel that. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and do our seated knee extension. We're going to do 10 with each leg, and we're going to do a 5 count in between. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. All right. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells, get into our curl and presses. And remember, these are all activities that you could tweak if you need to. And remember the ways of tweaking: more sets, more reps, more weights, less weights. You can increase the tension in between by changing the count of the different movements, different holds, different pauses. And you can even incorporate some of the things that we did for our warm-up into the routine, into the circuit, right? Ready? And here we go. And up, twist, press, down, twist, 1. Up, twist, press, down, twist, 2. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. All right. Of course, I'm feeling that. Like I said, my left arm is weaker than the right. So whenever I do that, I've got to be mindful that I need to put a little bit more effort in the left to get it up. All right. So you should be feeling that right in the pecs, feeling that in the quad, in the biceps. Not so much the triceps, but that will be coming here in just a minute. Of course, in the shoulder muscles, you've got the core activated, the glutes are a little tight. And so as you're lifting, you're actually transferring energy from the lower extremity through the core, right? So you're getting some of that is coming from down here, but we want to make sure that the muscles themselves are getting the tension as we're lifting, right? So we don't want to be using the body to throw it up. Right? Same thing when we get to the hammer curls. We want the muscles that we're targeting to be doing that work. All right, ready? Here we go. And up, twist, press, and down, twist, 1. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 2. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 5. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 6. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 7. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 8. All right. I think that's actually one of my favorite, maybe that one and the dumbbell presses. Well, now to think of it, I also like the hammer curls. Okay, they all are. They all are a part of my favorites. Okay, so yeah, so just like them all. Even the squats, right? So we do the squats. Those are pretty good also. All right, let's get to that last set. Ready? And here we go. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 1. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 2. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 3. Up, twist, press, and down, twist, 4. up, twist, press, and down, twist. 5, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 6, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 7, and up, twist, press, and down, twist. 8. Ooh. There we go, there we go. All right, I think, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out which one is my favorite, but it's okay. I don't have to have a favorite, and you don't have to have a favorite, right? Because we're doing the same activities, the same routines, and our goal is to refine, and we refined, we tweaked, and now this is just, right, we're going through and we're just enhancing, right? So this week we are doing the double sets, right? 2 sets, doing the, not double sets, but the circuit, going through that circuit twice. And that really does help us with additional time under tension. All right, let's get to that last set. And here we go, ready? And up, twist, press, and down, twist. 1, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 2, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 3, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 4, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 5, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 6, and up, twist, press, and down, twist. 7, one more, up, twist, press, and down, twist. 8. Yeah. Did you feel that last one? I did. Felt that last one. All right. Just a couple of counts, and then we'll get into the squats, then hammer curls, lateral raises, and then we get into our knee balance or leg balance with a knee drive. All right. So I'm going to get the kettlebells again. I don't know, I think I'm a little partial to using the kettlebells for this. Seems to give me a good workout with it. All right, so 3 sets of 8. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. And we're gonna act like we're sitting and then lower the knees, okay? Ready? And here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, and as you come back up, you're pushing on the heels. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you need to modify this, you can hold on to a bench, hold on to a wall. You can actually even use the chair for the squats themselves. So you're actually sitting on the chair. I think, I forgot which episode we'll be doing, one where we actually are doing all those modifications, not all of those, but some of the modifications to show you some other ways that you can do the same thing, okay? The other thing is, I promised that I'd show you how to use some exercise bands. We've got some that we'll do. So for instance, when we're doing these, when we're doing curls, right? That would be a good way to do that if you don't have dumbbells. All right, let's get into the second set. And here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. All right. So those are all ways that we can modify. What we'll do, we'll kind of tease tomorrow's episode is we'll probably for tomorrow go back to doing the circuit once with some things that I want to talk about as we go through, and then we'll come back and do this, going back to do the 2 circuit. All right, ready? And here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. And so what you should have noticed is that as you went through the circuits, by the time you got to the last set in that, in the squats, it should have been a little easier, right? So you're loosening up those joints, those muscles are becoming more used to it, okay? So all of those are things that you should notice as we're moving through. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells and then get to our hammer curls. All right, here we go. Ready? And 3 sets of 8. We're going to do all the way to the shoulder on the opposite side, and then slowing the way down. And up, and slow, and up, and down, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 2, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 3, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 4, up, and down, up, and down. That's 5, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 6, up, and down, up, and down. That's 7, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 8. So I'm going to actually hold on to these, right? Because I'm having some additional tension there, right? And I'm going to get right back into it with the second set. Here we go. And up, and down, up, and down. That's 1, up, and down, up, and down. That's 2, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 3, up, and down, up, and down. That's 4, up, and down, up, and down. That's 5, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 6, up, and down, up, and down. That's 7, up, and down, and up, and down. That's 8. All right. So aside from the few seconds that I held it, right, I went directly into that next set, right? So that's essentially like doing a set of 16, right? Up and down, up and down, up and down. So just another example of a way that we can increase the tension. So you can actually do sets of 12, sets of 13, sets of 14, sets of 16. We've been doing 8, but as we move through the series, right, we'll be adding additional reps to those sets. All right, ready? Let's get to that last set. And up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down, up and down, up and down. That's 3, up and down, up and down. That's 4, up and down, up and down, that's 5, up and down, up and down, that's 6, up and down, and up and down, that's 7, up and down, and up and down, that's 8. Let's go ahead and put these back. And to get ready for those lateral raises, I'm going to grab these and just have them here on the bench as we get ready. All right. So strength, strategy, and mindset. Strength, strategy, and mindset. And the strength is what we've been doing. The strength here is the sets, the reps, the holds that we've been doing, the types of exercises that we've been doing. We've been doing the hammer curls. We've been doing the lateral raises. We've been doing the curl and presses. We've been doing the dumbbell press. We've been doing the extended seated knee extension. We're doing the squats. So all of those are the activities. Those are the resources. Those are the tools, right, that we're using for the strength. The strategy has been to learn a set of routines, a set of exercises that you become so good at that you could implement at any particular time. You're waiting for the shower. You're waiting for something to cook in the kitchen. You are sitting in your sunroom, sitting out on the deck. You're out in the yard. Whatever it is, these are not special occasion exercises. These are not, we got to go somewhere to do exercises. These are not, I can't get to the gym today exercise. These are exercises every single day, wherever you are, that you can begin implementing. In fact, the strategy is, you want to hear the strategy? Yeah. The strategy is that this is not just an occasional thing, that it is not something that we're doing for 90 days or 30 days or the beginning of the year, right? This is who we are now. We are working to improve our metabolism. Remember, move, metabolic optimization via exercise. And we've got the walking, we got the strength training. It's just who we are. When we did the Bridge to Mastery, we talked about self-efficacy, right? The belief based on history, based on evidence, that I can effect changes in my success, in my destiny, based on my behavior, based on my choices, and based on my consistency, right? And so the mindset is this, that I can change. I am not stuck. The things that I'm doing, the things that I have right now, this is not all I have. I can learn, I can expand, I can grow, I can get better, and I have an internal locus of control that says that the decision is not out there. The decision about my success has nothing to do with out there. It's all about what's going on in here. I get to make that. And that is a mindset shift that is important as we are working through here, as we're working toward metabolism, your blood sugars, your weight, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your fatty liver, whatever it is, right? This is supercharging your metabolism, getting those muscles metabolically active. And remember, metabolically active muscles are important for our overall health, right? So let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells and we'll do those lateral raises. Ready? Here we go. And up and down 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 and up and down, and one more, up and down, and that's 8. Now these I'm tempted to go directly, but this one needs a little bit more time between. A little bit more time between. A little bit more tweaking, right? And so when we begin moving, right, because right now we increased reps, we haven't gone quite yet to the next, haven't gone to the next set of weights yet, or the next level up. Ready? Get to that second set. And up, and down, and up, and down, and up, down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, and one more, up and down. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I felt that one, felt that one. Matter of fact, I felt that in my shoulder muscles. Actually, I felt that in my forearms on the way down more than I actually felt in my biceps or my triceps. So forearms, maybe a little bit in the pecs, and of course the shoulder muscles. That's right in there. All right, let's get to that last set. Should I go right away or just wait a couple more? Let's try it. All right, here we go. And up and down 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 and up and down, and one more. Come on, dig in. Here we go. And up and down. Ooh, yeah, I needed that last one. I needed that last one because, ooh, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get these weights ready as we get into our leg balance with the knee drive. And as you hear me say all the time, that I like to do this one last because this idea of balance is one that intrigues me quite a bit here in this space, but just in life in general. Here in this space, of course, in order for me to be able to successfully do the exercises, I've got to have balance. You saw when we started and I was warming up and I was doing the crossbody leg swings, several times I had to kind of, tap my foot, come down, hold on to the wall after we got a few into that. So in order for me to be successful, I got to have balance. Now the interesting thing is that this chair, this bench, I use that for balance. And when I was over here, I used the wall for balance. And then there were some times where my body gave me balance. So when it comes to balance, sometimes we think that we, on our own, by ourselves, in isolation from anything, have to be balanced. But balance does not require you or me to do it by ourselves without help. So in this case, I've got all this stuff around me. In fact, when we did the squats, I said you can use a chair, you can use a wall, right? You can actually use the chair itself for the squats. So you want to use whatever resources are available to you for getting you into balance. Sometimes we think, right? We think, oh, I've got to do it. Or if I can't do it on my own, then there's something wrong with me. That is not the case. The second point is that when it comes to balance, the decision about whether you are in balance is not your decision. Like, I can't decide, you know what? As I'm falling, I'm not out of balance. Right? Or, well, yeah, I'm doing this and I'm wobbly. Okay, I'm not out of balance. The decision is not ours. The decision is based on what's happening around us. But the decision as to whether I allow the balance to throw me over or the balance to stop, I shouldn't say throw me over, the balance to make me stop, that decision is mine. So even if I'm thrown over, right? So when I'm doing those leg swings, even if, I'm doing them and you saw me, I put my foot down, I could put my foot down and stop somebody like, man, I can't do this anymore. But no, I tapped my foot and I went right back. Okay? So the decision about whether you're out of balance, off balance, is not yours. But the decision of what to do if you are off balance, that is totally and absolutely your decision. We get to make that decision. And then the final thing about balance, which is I've said before, is balance does not mean equal. Balance does not mean equal. Balance does not mean, and you saw today when I was doing the high knee marches, I actually used 2 dumbbells. The other days and over the last week, I've been using 1, right? So I'm trying to train my body to be able to respond in different ways to different things. And so balance does not mean equal. Balance means that I am providing the appropriate resources for what are needed for that particular situation, that particular area of my life. So if my son needs 2 hours, but my wife only needs 1 hour, then guess what? They're unequal, but they can be in balance. And this exercise reminds me of all of those. Okay, so all of those things that when I talk about balance. That's why I like to do it last, because it just reminds me of where I am. So let's go ahead. We're going to do a 10 count, alternating with a 5 count in between. So let's go ahead and we're going to shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's 3. I think I'm off count, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll call this one 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 4. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 8. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 9. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 10. All right. And so that's our circuit. So let's go ahead and do our centering exercise and our breath work. And the centering exercise is now that we've put the time in, now we've been out here, we've been working, heart rate is up, blood is pumping, we're breathing a little more quickly, right? We've got some lactic acid maybe building up in our bodies, and the body's kind of getting those toxins out, getting the acid out. We warmed up, muscles are active, and we want to start begin to kind of calm that down right now. And so that's our centering exercise. And the breath work really helps our bodies become in tune to where we are right now. Okay? Getting some of the carbon dioxide out, getting some oxygen in, carbon dioxide out, oxygen in. So let's go ahead and let's do our grounding exercise. And so right now your feet are planted on the ground and you feel that. You feel the surface of the ground. If you're outside, you want to take your shoe off, you want to walk or stand in the dirt, in the grass. But just feel the solidness of the foundation that's below you. The foundation that's below us, remember we did form, focus, foundation. The foundation that's below us is holding us up, is keeping us up. When we are here, when we're lifting, as we are doing squats, right, we're transferring energy from the lower extremity through the core to the upper extremity. But the foundation is what helps keep us balanced, keep us stable. If the ground was shifting, balance would not be there. If the ground was soft, we would be sinking, right? If the ground was always changing, we would be uncertain. But the foundation that you're on right now, the earth, the ground, is solid. You're grounded. And this has tremendous implications here in this space and also in your life. So you may be in a situation, you may be in a conversation, maybe on a job, maybe in a project, maybe in some memory, maybe some emotion that's going on. I want you, if you're in that situation, plant your feet solidly on the ground, both feet, plant them solidly on the ground. And I want you to imagine that that is supporting you. The energy that's there, the solid foundation that's below you is helping to keep you up. And then imagine now, just the tension that we've been going through as we've been lifting, right? It's a time under tension. All that tension is in our body. The muscles are there. We want them to relax. So we want to take all of that and have it kind of flow through from the top of our head into our face, into our jaw, into our neck, into the shoulder muscles, down into the arms, maybe into the upper chest, lower chest, upper abdomen, lower abdomen, into the hips and the glutes, and into the quads and the hamstrings, through the knees, through the calf muscles, into the shins, into the ankle, into the feet, and into the soles of the feet. And we're just going to push that all down right now out of our body into the ground that's there to support us. And we're just going to feel that kind of drain out of us. All the tension, all the worry, all the stress, all the anxiety, all the concern, all the confusion, all the trauma, those memories. And just push that out of us. And then now we're going to take some big deep breaths to get the toxins out, get the carbon dioxide out, and get as much energy as we can, much oxygen into our bodies. So those muscles that are still metabolically active can use that to begin growing and begin doing what they need to do as we move into the recovery phase. So we're going to do 5 big deep breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then the last one, we're going to in through the nose and hold it for a 5 count and then out through the mouth. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And this one we're going to hold in through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out through the mouth. Yeah. There it is. We're grounded. And we've brought the oxygen in and put out the carbon dioxide. Wow. That's it. You are here. Oh, let me grab the hat. You here another day. Another day that you've shown up. 50 days that you've been here. 50 times you've said yes. 50 moments that you've made a decision to be here. 50 times you've pushed through circumstance, weather, scheduling, projects, fatigue, right? You've pushed through and you've shown up here. Because this is what you're doing. This is who you are. When we say not what you're doing, this is who you are, right? We've gone from doing to being. We've gone from trying to actually working it now. This is what we do. This is who we are. We are now strength, strategy, and mindset experts. And that, after all, is what limitless living says. It says that I'm not allowing anything from outside or anything from inside to prevent me from doing what I need to do. I'm showing up with my best self, with my best health, and the best plans for my life. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode, and I just want to say how proud I am for you for being here for 50 days. That's 50 days, 50 times you've said yes, 50 times you've shown up. And this is just another example that you have, another piece of evidence that you have, another piece of history that you can stick into the drawer that says, I can show up for 50 days. I can do strength training for 50 days. I am worth it, and I'm doing everything that I can to be healthy. Anyway, I'm glad that you're here. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Woode with an E. The E stands for Endocrinology. Here I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health in your life, avoid complications, and go to the next level. We're creating that life we've always wanted. I'll see you tomorrow for day number 51 of strength, strategy, and mindset.